Good day, traders. This is Trader Walt, and welcome to the first ever episode of Crypto Vibes with Walt. Yeah. Just to give you guys an introduction, I've been a full-time trader for a little more than 6 years now, and been trading crypto since 2015. Yeah. I primarily trade price action, which is based on your supply and demand concepts. That's why you probably won't see me drawing trend lines or triangles or any form of your harmonic patterns, because that's not really price action truly. Anyway, so that's a little bit about me. Let's just dig into the charts and do a top-down analysis, um, and then just go from there. Yeah. So this is the weekly chart. Um, a very evident level of resistance on a weekly basis is on a weekly chart is this zone over here. Yeah. We see that the price has been grinding and being capped at this level for about 3 weeks now. Yeah, this is the third week ongoing, and yeah, I think this is probably the make it or break it zone for Bitcoin. Because as per me, if this zone is reclaimed, this resistance is reclaimed, then we do not really have a lot of resistance till we reach the all-time highs. Yeah. Um, However, if this is a lower high and this resistance proves to be significant, um, we might probably see breaking down towards that's an ugly looking arrow, apologies for that, but anyway, so if Bitcoin does start to break down from here, we might see lower price, lower liquidity being targeted, and currently I don't see any support, but as price develops, I'd probably figure out which levels I'd be looking for longs. But anyway, currently I'm just anticipating that this will break out and we will see price moving towards the all-time highs instead of simply breaking down and reaching towards new lows. Yep. So on a daily time frame, the this supply, this zone of supply is kind of confluent with your weekly resistance level, and that's very evident that price has been capped at this level. We've been consolidating for what, around 10-11 days now. So we've been heavily consolidating below resistance, and in terms of price action, I'd say that this kind of leads to a breakout, because sellers at this level kind of gets exhausted with each tap. Yeah, and that's when price finally breaks out and reaches towards higher liquidity. So I'd be looking for a breakout. Um, so something like this. Just give me a moment. So I'd be looking for something like this. Yeah, breakout above this level and a close above this level, a retrace or a probable consolidation. That's where I'll accumulate and you know aim towards new highs. The thing that kind of invalidates this idea is if we break out, consolidate, and start to break down, something like this. That's when I'll probably cut my position, because that is not something that would indicate that we're reaching towards new highs. That would probably mean that it's a fake out, and the long traders were trapped and now we're aiming towards lower liquidity instead of going towards the all-time highs. Um, so that's what I'm looking at on a daily basis. Something that's got me concerned is these little sweeps at supply. Yeah. So liquidity above these highs have been swept, and uh, that's what's primarily concerning me. Because if we break this low, uh, then that typically means that we're going down lower. But looking at this daily candle, it doesn't feel like we're kind of we'll kind of break down from here. Anyway, um, so this is what I am observing on the daily chart. Let's just look into H4. So around mid last week, I shared my concerns about Bitcoin and that I wasn't really pleased with the price action that I was seeing, but it doesn't really mean that I was bearish in Bitcoin. It was just temporarily on the shorter time frames. Bitcoin, it felt like Bitcoin was about to retrace at least towards this demand zone, this daily demand. Yeah, that didn't happen. The level is being heavily front run or getting bought. Every dip is kind of being bought. Um, so it kind of indicates that eventually Bitcoin does want to break out. But right now, I don't see a trade being forming. I don't see a trade forming over here because it's kind of on the verge of breaking out. So once this does break out, that's when I'll go perma bull and long it towards new highs. So the action plan kind of remains the same. Yeah. Thing that did concern me last week was this liquidity sweep on a daily time frame, and then Bitcoin starting to break down. Yeah. I had marked this high and that Bitcoin could probably come up and sweep it and then sell off. However, we didn't really break down. Yeah. We didn't break the market structure. Instead, what we did was this little support that's been holding price. Yeah. We saw a sweep at this level. This is bullish in simple terms. Yeah. Yeah, so I was, however, looking for a kind of a sweep at this level, and then which would have given me a very good long opportunity, but that never really happened, and instead price just swept this and continued higher. But that's all right. We'll get a lot of other opportunities, so I'm not really concerned about missing out on this. Yeah, so that's about it. I was really interested in shorting this, but since the higher time frame trend is bullish, um, I wouldn't mind missing out on a small scalp short on Bitcoin because I was more interested in looking for long opportunities. Anyway, yeah, so that's H4. So that's about it for Bitcoin. Just a little bit of recap. So Bitcoin's been consolidating at this range, at this zone for about 11 days now. And the idea is plain and simple: breakout, consolidate, retrace, long towards all-time highs. Yeah, that's a very simple trade idea on Bitcoin that I'm eyeing. Let's now look at what Ethereum is doing. High time frame looks really good to me. We had this liquidity sweep, around what time was it? June. Around June, we had this liquidity sweep, retested the range low, and then price quickly moved towards the high time frame liquidity. Yeah. Currently, I see. So you don't really long at this level because price has already moved, and this is something where this is a place where you kind of take profit instead of FOMOing into new longs. Yeah. Um, for Ethereum, what I'd rather do is wait for price to kind of drop down to this level and then look for long towards new highs. So that's all for the swing traders, basically, who kind of trade the high time frame charts only. So this is what you would probably look to wait for. On a 3-day we have so on a 3-day we have a confluence of demand being formed just below this level. So a weekly demand, a 3-day demand, and then a daily demand. So this level will kind of prove to be very significant in future, just by looking at the levels we have forming at this level, at this zone. Yeah. The daily kind of similar structure on Ethereum as Bitcoin that we just saw. So we consolidated for about how many days was it? Yeah, 21 days on Ethereum, and then we have finally broken out. So any retrace towards these levels, which I am kind of anticipating on a higher time frame, just to shake out or liquidate the people who are longing at this level. So there will be a sell-off at this level, and that's when I would look to go long. Yep. Again, just like in Bitcoin, I was anticipating that we might get um, a move to take out these lows at this demand, but I guess the buying pressure was just too much. So we never got this opportunity to long Ethereum, and now it's finally broken out. So again, the idea kind of remains the same. Nothing changes in terms of bias on Ethereum and Bitcoin. The higher time frame bias remains bullish. We're now just waiting for a retrace to long these coins, and as far as the alts are also concerned, we are kind of already placed in quite a few longs, and I've just released new signal, and anticipating that would also be the targets would also be met in the coming days as Ethereum breaks out. Usually alts kind of tend to follow it. So that is what I am looking for. With that, I would probably end this recording, and hope that you guys liked this. I would be posting a lot more videos about the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some alts as we upload more videos and crypto reviews, and kind of help you understand how I frame a bias to take a long or a short. So with that, I bid you all goodbye for now. Take care.